Remember terrorist Barbie? a.k.a. Ashli Babbitt? The Trump administration has agreed to pay nearly $5 million to settle the suit over Ashli Babbitt shooting at the Capitol. Now, the Trump administration has agreed to pay just under $5 million to settle a wrongful death suit that Ashli Babbitt's family filed over her shooting by an officer at the U.S. Capitol riot. According to a person with knowledge of the settlement, the person insisted on anonymity to discuss with the Associated Press the terms of the settlement that have not yet been made public. Well, I guess they are now. The settlement would resolve the $30 million federal lawsuit that Babbitt's estate filed last year. On January 6, 2021, a Capitol police officer shot Babbitt as she tried to climb through the broken window of a barricaded and locked door. They didn't include locked there, leading to the Speaker's lobby. The officer who shot her was cleared of wrongdoing by the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia, which concluded that he acted in self-defense and in defense of members of Congress. The Capitol Police also cleared the officer. Settlement terms haven't been disclosed in public filings. On May 2nd, lawyers for Babbitt's estate and the Justice Department told a federal judge that they had reached a settlement in principle, but were still working out the details before the final agreement could be made. Babbitt, a 35-year-old Air Force veteran from San Diego, which is German for, if you've watched Anchorman, was unarmed when she was shot by the officer. Okay, let's stop the reading of that here for all the conservatives that are like, yeah, they got some money for Ashli Babbitt's family. Yippee. Talk about fraud. First of all, talk about fraud, waste, and abuse. Giving $5 million to the family of a domestic terrorist because she died while being a domestic terrorist is fraud. Should be considered fraud at least. It's waste because they shouldn't be getting jack and crap. And it's abuse because he's basically giving that money to them. Who knows what they might do? How much of that money will go back into a campaign contribution to help funnel the funds back to Donald Trump? Because he's a con artist, and that's what con artists do. Babbitt was a 35-year-old Air Force veteran, as the article says, but guess what? She tarnished her service. She abdicated whatever oath she took. And she basically is a disgrace to herself, to her uniform, and the service that she supposedly gave this country. We should not be celebrating domestic terrorism. We should not be celebrating domestic terrorists. But since these people were fighting to try and, get Donald Trump his presidency back, Donald Trump is obviously going to do whatever he can to make these people feel good about themselves. He couldn't pardon her because she was dead, so I guess money is what the family is getting. Our tax dollars going to pay the family of someone who died while being a damned domestic terrorist. No reason that any single penny should be spent. Now, whatever happened to the people who, say that if you don't want to be held accountable for a crime, don't commit it. If you don't want to be shot by police, you shouldn't be committing crimes. Those are the people that would say those things, the same people who believe that it was unjust for Ashli Babbitt to have been murdered, i.e. killed lawfully. Those same people would make excuses for the death of George Floyd. They would say, oh, well, he was on drugs and this, that, and the other, and Derek Chauvin did nothing wrong, yada, yada, yada. They'll say that all day until they're blue in the face. There's probably a reason. There's probably a similarity between, Derek Chauvin and Ashli Babbitt, and the difference between an Ashli Babbitt and a George Floyd to figure out why these people would not care less if a black person got killed by a law enforcement officer, but yet they scream the high heavens or hell or wherever that a black police officer shot a white criminal breaking through a broken window towards, elected officials. Now, what was this individual supposed to believe, the police officer that legally shot Ashli Babbitt? She was somebody who was the first through the door in front of a large crowd of people who were chanting that they wanted to hang the vice president because they didn't like that he was not doing whatever old Donny Boy wanted him to do because he actually followed the Constitution when it came to the actions of that day. The rest of them would wipe their butts and use the Constitution as toilet paper to do so. How much Trump Bitcoin or Trump coin or whatever is going to be bought with this money? How much money is going to be funneled right back to the Donald Trump himself? Because, you know, he is a grifter, and that's what grifters do. But anyway, do you think that Ashli Babbitt was a hero or a terrorist? Leave your comments down below. Remember to like the video, share, subscribe to the channel, and, you know, unless you're a domestic terrorist, J6er, MAGA idiot, have a good day.